What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. It is Wednesday, which means it's too damn early for me to be up recording this video right now, but it also means we've got us a new Prime Incursion. I'm on the Return of Maldonis, which is map number 2 in the Prime 4 region. Now, there is 3 maps in this zone, so we will not be getting a Hyper Shard today. We have to wait until map 3 comes next week. So let's go ahead and hop on in and get started and build this out. This is my very first run on the map, so let's see how it works. Now I'm going to assume that it's going to be a higher difficulty than last week, as last week's map was a little bit on the easy peasy side. So I think I'm going to go with the 1-amp warrior build, as it's just such a strong build. I think it will allow me to kind of muscle through, hopefully, anything that the map could bring. Let's see, let's get a flamer up here too. I do feel like I should watch this lane a little bit. Now here, of course, we have skellies. There's no need for me to go all out, but I do think I'm going to go with a couple of proton beams, and then maybe just a lightning strike and a flame aura on each side. And then, of course, we have the flyer lanes. Looks like we've got 15 flyers in wave 1, and I believe 1 Skyguard will handle that. What do we have over here? We only have 4 lightning bugs on this one. So same thing here. I think 1 Skyguard should take care of business over in that lane. Now we've got quite the mess here, so let's go ahead and we'll stack it up with that 1-amp warrior build, and then see what else we can add in from there. See, I think we'll go double flame auras on this lane. So let's get our petrify in, and then we'll get it jacked up with a little fire. You know what? Let's go ahead and go 3, as that's a healthy lane there. Gonna do the exact same thing here. And bring it back just a touch. So let's get our petrify setup going in, and then we'll double aura it. Now this is gonna leave a ton of DU. Let's see, let's go 3 auras here. Now, that is going to leave this side, I'm assuming, should be completely automated. Shy of bosses, I don't think I'll have to come over to this side of the map, and I am a little bit concerned about this cemetery gates lane. I almost want to go another flame aura in. In fact, let's just do it. Let's go 1 more flame aura there. Now, I'm going to leave that 330 DU, because I'm not sure what to expect, and assuming I will have to build on more things. But let's go ahead and check it out and see what the map brings here. Let's see, 32,198 on the mob enemy level. That is going to be right at in between floor 184 and floor 185 difficulty. So a little bit of a step up, but still not the toughest that we've had. Now, on the normal Incursion version of this map, we generally will ignore these dark marks. They are doing a nice bit of damage now, though. It looks like 306,000 per tick. So, you know, keep that in mind with the 1.3 mil health I've got. That's not very many ticks. Now, remember, we can cleanse these marks, and by the... wow, they are popping up like a mofo. So, if we just run over to the Holy Artifact, that's going to put a debuff on us. That's going to allow us to go ahead and cleanse the marks. That debuff is going to last, well, it should last for about a minute, I'm assuming. A little lag spike there. Yeah, that does let us cleanse all of those marks. Now, remember, the secret with this map is the chests. There's going to be secret chests spawning throughout the map, and they will either give me a trick or a treat. Of course, if they give me a trick, it's going to one-shot me and spawn a boss. If they give me a treat, then I'm going to get some loot out of it. So we'll keep an eye out for those. in waves to come and see if they're even here. They may not be in as part of the mechanic. But wow, let me tell you, the dark marks are certainly adding up. They are all over the place. Let's run back by here again and just re-up our buff while we're here. The flyers are definitely making the push. It looks like I'm going to have to add a little bit to the flyer defense here. Let's see, what do we want to do? I think what we'll do is we'll move the flyer defense up here, and we'll go ahead and go with two sky guards maybe? Yeah, let's go with 2 sky guards. We'll put a lightning strike in the middle to get that destructive pylon going on them. And then I think we are GG from there. Now, I don't see any javelin throwers on this lane, but I'm going to assume that we're going to get javelin throwers at some point. So just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and throw a reflect beam here. Now, I'm not sure if that's necessary quite yet, but, you know, like I said, first run through, I'd rather play it safe than make any mistakes. Let's go ahead and upgrade both of those flames, and then we'll go to the reflect beams everywhere else. And now we got 20 wyverns coming out this time and 3 dive bombers over here. I think I'm just going to do the same thing because I do have the DU. So let's go ahead and double up on the sky guards and allow them to really get some damage out there. Throw a few more upgrades. Let's go ahead and double up that reflect. And we'll double up that reflect as well. Now we still got a ton of mana left, so 160 DU left. I could add to the flyers even more, but I'm thinking those 2 sky guards should mow everything down. Let's just go ahead and let it run and see how it holds here. Now let's start keeping an eye out for the chest. The chest can spawn all over the map. There's quite a few different spawn points for them, and if you just kind of run circles around the map, you will eventually run into some. Let's go ahead and cleanse some of these dark marks while we're at it. And not seeing any of the chests yet. I'm curious if they made the cut and made it in to the Incursion. I'm sure they have. I mean, they're a mechanic in the lower level Incursion, so I don't see why they wouldn't be here, but I have yet to see a chest anywhere. Keep cleansing these marks. The marks are adding up really, really quick. And here comes the assassins. It's GG there. Oh, there's a chest. Alright, so they did make the cut. Let's see. So by popping the chest, I'm either going to get loot or die. Let's see, let's see. Alright, got loot that time, so that's kind of nice. And looks like death is still going to be upon me here from the assassin. I'm going to keep an eye out from this chest. Now remember that the bosses that spawn from these chests do have a chance to drop those spooky weapons, which are the Halloween-themed weapons that originated from this map. Wow, I don't even know what got me that time. I'm assuming there's a dark mark here and I didn't see it. Let's go ahead and let's get rebuffed and get these dark marks cleansed up here a little bit. Assassin, another wave of assassins rolling out. And there we go. Now can I cleanse? Looks like yeah, there was a dark mark right there. I just didn't see the icon for it. Alright, so we held up pretty strong. We got lightning bugs there. We've got 20 wyverns here. So let's just go ahead and jack up these sky guards. I think these will be fine, but I've got so much mana, I figure I might as well upgrade them. I know just doing the normal map here, there are some big flyer pushes, so I'm assuming we're going to have some big flyer pushes here as well. Now, this map originally had a little Easter egg on it, where at the start of Wave 4 in a 4-player group, you could summon an additional set of bosses, and that Easter egg has been removed from the normal version, so I'm assuming it won't be on this one. However, as soon as I can get a 4-player group together to test it, I'll be anxious to test that out for sure. And let's see, what else? I think I'll just dump this last 188 right here. We'll just put it right into that reflect beam. Alright, so let's go ahead and rinse and repeat. I'm going to start off with, you know, if you get that holy aura right away, then you never really have to worry about the dark marks as long as you pass through there every now and then and pick it back up. Let's keep an eye out for the chests. We should be able to get quite a few of them. I haven't gone chest hunting in a long time, so I do know there is quite a few spawn points for them, though. Not seeing anything there. There's Trick. Trick, of course, is one of the special bosses. Well, I'm not seeing any of those chests spawning at all. Maybe they're just not as abundant as before, perhaps. Ogre got burned. The assassins are definitely coming out in chunks here. And I'm getting, every time the assassins come, I'm getting a nasty little lag spike there. Definitely some latency issues. The game having a tough time catching up with what's going on. That might have something to do with all these dark marks. It certainly could, that's for sure. Let's just keep on cleansing. The dark marks are definitely adding up. Now, of course, if you die and your defenses hold up, then it's not really a big deal. But it just seems with the pure number of these things, it's going to be a good idea to get them cleansed. And I didn't find a chest that wave. I'm sure there was one and I missed it. Let's see. Let's get this reflect jacked up. I want to check these flower lands again. We got 4 kobolds, and then we've got 12 lightning bugs here. Let's just go ahead and go one more round of upgrades into those sky guards, and I think we'll be in pretty good shape. So I definitely want to start off over here at the holy, you know, and pick up that holy aura and get to cleansing right away. That way I don't have any unnecessary unpleasantries. Now, Trick is just like Slakelion. In fact, a little history of DD2. When this map released is when Slakelion actually became a thing. I remember actually submitting a bug report about Slakelion respawning every wave because it was not something we had ever seen before in the game. And now, of course, we know that that was completely intentional and a mechanic from that boss itself. Where, oh where are you chests? Let's see, we got a cannon ogre. Well, that cannon ogre there is worth putting a reflect beam down already. Let's definitely burn that cannon ogre out, though. Assassin's making an appearance. And it looks like I've still got the holy aura on me to cleanse out this areas. Just not seeing any of the chests. I think it's just a matter of I haven't run the map in so long. I'm not as familiar with spotting them. I know this is a possible spawn. I know there's possible spawns up here. There's possible spawns up top over here. I mean, there's lots of possible spawn points for the little bonus chests. There's a spawn point over here. I'm not seeing any of them, though. Looks like I took damage on that, that Dark Mark. So the debuff had definitely worn off by then. And wave 5, so we made it. We're through. The hard part is over, and why is there no flyer spawns there? It's not showing any flyers at all this wave. And then that one is getting 30. Let's get these dark marks cleaned up real quick. Might as well knock it out in between waves, because we know we're not going to have any problems then. Alright, let's get it started. We got starting off the map with Trick, of course. Oh wow. Lots of dark mark spots. So in the previous version of this incursion, you basically ignored those dark marks, but I think this is potentially too many to ignore. That's just a ton of them. They're just popping up everywhere. In fact, it's distracting from finding the chests. Look around though. Last wave. Oh, there's one right there. So let me get rid of this assassin, then I'll go visit it. Maybe. I let Maldonis just do its thing here. I guess I should take care of the boss too. There we go. Maldonis down. Let's get our chest. Is this going to be a trick, or is it going to be a treat? Looks like this time it's a trick. You see Ghastly Apprentice summoned, coming right out of the middle, so in making a beeline for the core. So you definitely have to get on the task of taking out these bosses as they spawn, and they do come out of this entrance right here below. Glad I was able to find one of those before the end of the map, though. Dark Mark got me. And look, there is a nice pack of flyers coming through for sure. Let's go ahead and get our Holy Artifact buff here. And there's another chest right there. Might as well snag it real quick. We got the Spooky Squire this time. And not enough time for me to get the job done there on the Spooky Squire. Now, it appears that when the map ended, I'm not sure yet, but it appears that that Spooky Squire didn't drop any loot. However, that is the Return of Maldonis Incursion. That's the newest incursion this week. It doesn't take, you know, it's not too overly difficult. If you're able to do... Oh, did we get one of the new weapons on the first run? How lucky. So we got one of the new weapons on the very first run, the Ruby Core Dagger. So another mystic weapon there this week. So that will do it for now. Thank you all an absolute ton for watching. Make sure to click that like button, please subscribe, and I will be back soon with more Dungeon Defenders 2. I will see you then. Take it easy.